I want to go back to what you just said about, that moment where you're a person who could be from the hood and you're becoming more and more successful. And the more successful you become, the less the hood wants anything to do with you. And this is so tragic. And it reminds me of when I was starting early on. I, was able to have a conversation with a very well-known and respected Black conservative, and he warned me. He said, "You're going to get to a point where you're just going to be done with the community, right? Because you're going to realize, okay, fine, keep it the way you want, and you're going to just say, I'm just going to go be successful by yourself, right?" And I can imagine that has happened to so many. I mean, think about people like Condoleezza Rice, right? Mm-hmm. This woman started her life living in a real racist America, right? And she talks about that. I mean, you can't say this woman is not Black, but you do, right? You sit here, you say Clarence Thomas is not Black. They grew up in segregated America. You say they're not Black because they became successful. He's the second, I think, Black Supreme Court justice ever. You don't celebrate him. You decided he's not Black. And there are so many examples. Dr. Ben Carson. I mean, he survives almost every purity test. You talk about him. He grew up in a single parent home in a poor neighborhood in Detroit. His mother wasn't literate. He went to a school and was bullied for being Black, because he somehow ended up being able to go to a white school. His whole story is Black. Fell in love with a Black woman at Yale, married her. He's still married to her. And you have stripped him away of his Blackness. Why? Right? And so if that's what it means to be Black, right? What it means to be Black is you have to pretend to be uneducated. You have to speak broken English. Who wants to play that? Eventually you say, okay, you know what? I'm done with this. I've tried my whole life. And they have. I mean, they tried their whole lives to help the Black community, and we just rejected them. We said they're Uncle Toms and they're coons and they're race traitors. What are they portraying? A broken culture?
They're showing the positive sides of our culture. They're showing, and to me, that's an insult. Like, what makes you think we can't talk proper?
Right.
What makes you think that just because we come from somewhere, we can't make it happen? It's the same thing when I wore my MAGA hat and people made me famous for it. I'm like, I shouldn't be famous for wearing a MAGA hat. That's insulting to assume that a Black person doesn't think for themselves, because that's really what it came to. Like when people go, well, why you got the hat on? Why you support that? Why? And I'm like, because I have my own mind and I want the best. I don't care who gives us the best. As long as we're able to create solutions, what else matters? You think I can't think for myself? You think I have to be like you because everybody else says follow this, I'm supposed to follow that? Well, I've been watching you people follow the same thing forever and it's never worked. So you want me to continue the process. So you think I'm gonna be an idiot? Like that famous thing that people like to say, with insanity is like if you keep doing the same thing over expecting different results, it's insanity. So you want me to be insane with the rest of you and look stupid like the rest of you? I would not, and plus I'm not fake. I'm always gonna stick to the truth, regardless of what I'm gonna get attacked for. I don't care, it's the truth. So I'm gonna be vindicated anyway. Maybe not at that moment, we're gonna deal with the pressure, but overall in time, people like us are gonna be considered real heroes. But we keep pushing our heroes away from us.
That's it.
And then talking about, oh, we don't got nobody representing us. We got nobody doing this. I'm like, even when I'm in the hood and people talking junk, I'm like, bro, you got somebody that is respected by the White House, bro. Like, we never had nobody that looked like me in the White House representing. I got tattoos all over my face, my hands. I'm in the White House, and you would think people would judge me. And it's like, they didn't. They love me and respect me for my mind and what I'm able to do. But if you have somebody in that position that could actually make a phone call to somebody that's in a position to help our community, why are you attacking me? Because all the people that you guys are supporting, they have no connection to anything. They may be famous, they may this, but when it comes to actual power, they don't have any. Like, I'm the conduit for you guys. I'm the ear that for them to be like, yo, look, this is what's going on in the neighborhood. This is what we need. But they'll attack me for it, thinking that I'm not helping my people. They're like, oh, you got a whole bunch of white fans. I'm like, well, my white fans, you know what they tell me in my DM? They don't go, thank you for what you're doing for us and stuff. They go, I love what you're doing for your community.